Now to a big interview with David Haye. The heavyweight champion says his training couldn't have gone better ahead of the world title fight against Audley Harrison. And Haye, who's been speaking to us at the launch of his new mobile phone application, says he's not worried about Harrison's southpaw style either. He's been speaking to Craig Slater.
It's been so much easier. You know, the last time he said I got a cut, I think it was this eye, I got a cut over my eye. I think it was like 4.5 weeks before, 5 weeks before the fight, where the bulk of the good quality sparring comes into play. For me, sparring is the most important part of preparation, better than running, better than circuits, skipping, punch bags, pads. Sparring is the practice, the actual fight, it's the rehearsal of the fight. And I was unable to do that. So for the Ruiz fight, my timing was, it might not have appeared that to people looking at it, it might look like a great fight. But for me, I was getting hit with shots I shouldn't have really been getting hit with. I was missing punches, I was missing more punches that fight than I ever missed. But I managed to get through the fight, which is the main thing. I was actually pleased with my performance in terms of the fact that I did it without sparring. You know, I'm a razor sharp type of fighter. I land punches that I want to land. I'm very seldom do I miss a big punch. And I was missing loads in that fight. It made it more entertaining and more exciting for the crowd, because I knocked him down, I think it was like 4 or 5 times. But, you know, this time round, I'm not going to be missing any. Poor old Audley's fought me on the wrong night. You know, if Audley fought me the night I fought John Ruiz, he'd have had a lot better chance. This time round, it's just poor old Audley.
Yeah, you've been sparring with Tony Thompson, who's a world-ranked southpaw as well. You haven't got much southpaw experience. Maybe a good thing, because what you did to the southpaw you won the European title from was pretty dramatic. Just remind us of that. Yeah,
I fought a guy called Alexander Gurov. He was at the time, I think, 10 years. He was a European champion, a very seasoned competitor. He had, I think it was a few losses in like 50-odd fights. European champion, big, tall southpaw, 6'5" southpaw, very similar to the stature to Audley is. That was the first southpaw I fought as a professional, and I knocked him out with my first right hand of the fight. You know, I showed that I had the power to take him out of there, and I did do that. It was my first major title, European title. I wanted that strap around my waist, and that actually gave me a good world ranking. And then I defended that title 3 times against you know, unbeaten fighters like Lasse Hansen and Jacob Fragment, who then, after I knocked him out, went on to win the world title. So I had a tough European campaign, but you know, I did what I had to do, and that's what gave me sort of the foundation to go on then and challenge for the cruiserweight championship of the world, which I obviously won against John Mormek, and then unified against Enzo Maccarinelli. So you know, I'm glad that I've got another southpaw here. A lot of people sort of shy away from fighting southpaws because they're awkward, because they're left-handed, and there's not many of them out there. But for me, you know, my right hand's the key, the haymaker's the key, and unfortunately it's going to be pummeling off of Audley Harrison's face.
Okay, but that's not what he says. He reckons it's go another way. We've seen him recently. Amongst the things he's been saying is he reckons your head is where his head was at kind of 5 years ago.
His head's never been in my head.
But what he means is he reckons the ego's run away a little bit with you.
I've got reason to have an ego, because I was the undisputed cruiserweight champion. I was the best in the world, one of the best ever cruiserweights. That's fact. I've then gone up and won the heavyweight championship of the world. If you shouldn't have an ego after doing that, then again, Audley 5 years ago said he had an ego like that, but what had he achieved? Nothing. He didn't even win the British title. So there's no reason for Audley to have to say we're both in the same mindset. It's ridiculous. And when you say ego, I call it confidence. You know, I'm confident in my ability. You know, ego's something, you know, when you believe you're better than you are, or arrogance. You know, that's not it. I'm only going by my past performances. You know, I've fought people like Audley, I've sparred with people, I've sparred with better people than Audley. That's what gives me my confidence. What has Audley done in his career, in sparring, to make him believe that he's good enough to beat me? I don't know. Maybe he's done it, maybe he hasn't. I haven't physically seen it. I've sparred with him before. He hasn't shown me anything in sparring to say that he could beat me. But that's what's going to make it also interesting. There are a few people out there, a few experts actually tipping Audley to beat me, which is quite amusing for me. But, you know, I hope they put a lot of money on that, because they're going to lose it.
Wow. You can see Audley Harrison take it on David Haye for the WBA heavyweight title live on Saturday, the 13th of November. Coverage from the MEN Arena begins at 9. It's on Sky Box Office HD. Go to Sky Box Office for more details of how to order the